Mario Wonder finally came out a month ago, and it's an amazing game. With interesting levels and really cool Wonder Flower gimmicks, Mario Wonder is easily the best 2D Mario game we've had in a really long time. One of my favorite aspects of this game are the worlds and how unique they are from each other. And today, I just felt like ranking them. I'm going to be ranking them based off of how fun they are to go through, and also the gimmicks they have in the world, and finally, its design. By the way, this video is only being made because the video I'm working on at the moment is definitely going to take a long time, so enjoy. Oh, and I forgot to mention, I'm not going to count Castle Bowser or the special world. Only 7 worlds. Let's go. Alright, we're already getting controversial. This is going to be great. Mario Wonder only has one outright bad world, and it's sadly this one. The reason being is because this world is so disappointing. This Master Poplin guy is built up throughout the entire world, and he's not used in a good way at all. The second world was already kind of disappointing, with Bowser Jr. being the boss battle of every palace. But this world just doesn't even have a boss fight. Also, these little stupid creatures that jump whenever you jump are used way too much. Like most of the Wonder Flowers in this world is turning into these stupid creatures. It's actually so sad. This world could have been one of the greatest worlds in the game, and they just ruined it. However, I will give this world credit. It's really beautiful. But then it can get really bland the more you go through the world. Maybe if this world actually had a boss fight, and if the Master Poplin was used good, and finally, if the stupid creatures weren't used so much in this world, then this world could have been great. Fungi Mines suffers the exact same fate as the last world. There isn't a boss. The same Wonder Flower effect is used way too much in this world, and the design of the world is kind of bland. However, I wouldn't say this world is actually bad. This world is the only mediocre world in the entire game. The last one was the only bad one. So what makes this better than the last one, you say? Well, it's the use of the other Wonder Flower effects that are not used way too much. I mean, there's a freaking quiz show in this world. I'm not joking. There's also King Boo singing an opera, which is actually really good. Another thing that sets this apart from the last world is the fact that the levels are actually really interesting at times. Like this one that's filled with a bunch of pumpkins. Honestly, I don't really have much to say about this one. Let's move on to the next world. Petal Isles is a great world. For once in a Mario game, the water controls aren't sluggish because of the dolphin badge. Honestly, the water levels in this game are some of my favorite water levels of all time. But Nintendo didn't just make this world only water levels. They also have an airship, a freaking cave, a field of whatever these things are, and an area where there's a bunch of sweets. Honestly, it seems like Nintendo went all out on the hub world of all worlds. Honestly, a hub world wasn't really needed, but it definitely enhances this game so much. I'm so glad they made this. However, this world is tiny and doesn't have a boss battle in it, so it's gonna have to take this place. For a starter world, Pipe Rock Plateau is really not simple. Okay, that was kind of misleading, but for the first world of this game, it's really crazy off the bat. And also, it introduces everything really well. Also in this world, there's a level that has a 4-star level difficulty, which is the hardest level star. A lot of its levels aren't the most interesting things, but it's still really crazy that this is in the first world. Honestly, this world keeps you on your toes as you wonder what the next Wonder Flower will be, and it also introduces how Wonder Flowers will be throughout the entire game. It's also not afraid to change its scenery once in a while. The reason why this world isn't any higher, however, is that it's kind of short and the palace is only mediocre. On the outside, Deep Magma Bog just seems like another lava level. But on the inside, it's way more. It has such cool wonder flowers and such cool level ideas that it would be the best world if it didn't come to its linear structure. What I mean by this is that finding levels in the overworld is one of the biggest highlights of this game for me. So when it's all just laid out for you and it's not hard to find, it doesn't make it that fun. However, the levels definitely make up for that. I'm freaking riding on a dragon. Honestly, with wonder flowers like having water rain down from the sky, or being able to swim in lava, this all seems so simple, yet it's not for a lava world. This easily would have been the best world if it didn't come to the stupid linear structure. Why the heck? The Bowser Jr. fight in this world is easily the best one in the game, and it's the second best boss in the game. I think you already know what the best one is. It also has those really cool challenges with the expert badges. Honestly, this world doesn't seem too unique when you first look at it, but it actually really is when you actually start getting to play it. And for those reasons, this takes a third spot. Sunbaked Desert used to be my favorite world in the game, until I realized how bland most of the levels can be. Okay, that's actually a lie. Most of the levels are amazing, though the ones that just have a really plain background, like this one, are kind of boring. Like, they're all good, except the one that's on screen at the moment. Another thing about this world is that it's the only one that has a really interesting story. I'm not counting World 3 or World 5 because they don't have bosses. The story is the fact that Bowser Jr. stole all the water in the desert and he's gonna have like a huge pool party and crap. And you need to go stop him. I mean, actually you were originally gonna stop him to get the world secret, whatever. Honestly, for a desert world, I didn't expect there to be dungeon levels. Like, why is there dungeons in desert? The only thing keeping this back from being number one is the fact that its overworld is like a really bland. Though, the levels definitely make up for it because they're so much fun to play, and also the palace is one of the best in the game. Like, the entire Wonder Flower effect is just fast forward and slow-mo. That's such a good idea. Anyway, for having a bland overworld but really amazing levels, this gets the second place spot. Fluff Puff Peaks is such a calm and peaceful place. It feels great just to fly through it. With levels that feel fun to go through, this world has no shortage of good levels. It also has the first airship level, which the airship levels, despite being the worst type of levels in my opinion in the game, this one is easily the best. The Wonder Flowers, despite not being too crazy like the last world, still are really fun to go through. I can't actually think of a single bad level in this world. It's that good. Also, this world has the best example of fitting the theme perfectly. Like, I mean, this is a mountain that's snowy at first, but dips into the clouds at the end, and it does it flawlessly. The palace in this world, despite being the second worst in the game, still can be a lot of fun if you don't get the Wonder Flower. The Bowser Jr. fight here is easily one of the best, though. And for those reasons, Fluff Puff Peaks is the best world in the game. And folks, that's it for today's video. What's your favorite and least favorite? If you want to, tell me in the comments below. And subscribe, but you know I'm not here to force you, you don't have to. My new video that should come out maybe by the end of this week is gonna be great. I mean, I hope. Anyway, for real now, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys another time. Bye.